Az Allegro jóvoltából itt lehetek a Cross Border és Marketplace Summit-en, ahol egyébként rengeteg kiállító van, és nagyon sok érdekes előadás. Az Allegrótól Ondrej Rada még segít is nekünk, néhány kérdést fel tudtam neki tenni, és itt nem csak elméleti, hanem tényleg gyakorlati dolgokban is sikerült megkérdeznünk, amivel tud nekünk segíteni abba, hogy minél sikeresebbek legyünk az Allegron. Ugye leginkább az Amazon az első dolog, ami eszünkbe jut, amikor marketplace-ekről van szó, de az Allegro, főleg itt Kelet-Európában egy nagyon releváns szereplő, úgyhogy mindenképp érdemes megnézni, hogy hogyan nyissunk ebbe az irányba. Hello Ondrej, and thanks for the invitation about the Marketplace Summit, and thanks for the openness to answer some questions and help a bit for the Hungarian sellers. So my first one is that which type of sellers is better, the Allegro? So for much more for the beginners or much more for the experienced one who are in several marketplaces right now?
Mm-hmm. Well, first of all, thank you also for the invitation to this. It's a pleasure. But coming back to your question, basically, that's exactly what I love about Allegro, that there isn't any specific type of merchant that would like fit Allegro the most. Everybody basically finds their customer, and it doesn't matter if you're big or small company. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter if Allegro is your first or your latest marketplace. Basically, we've created this platform in a way that everybody could fit in.
Okay, thanks. And what growth potential do you see currently for maybe the Hungarian sellers? Mm-hmm. So basically my partners on Hungary and also the other three countries, so Slovakia, Czech, and Polish.
Sure. So basically, I would speak mainly about the Hungary part. Okay. So we're really in 2026, we're like doubling down on really like pushing Hungary forward, because we truly believe in the potential of the country and of the wonderful local sellers that we have there. As for the potential, like what can merchants expect, right? Well, that's really hard to say in general, because it's always like partner specific, right? But if you would need to get some number, like some average from me, from the feedbacks that we're getting from our like successful partners, they are reporting about 10% growth, like 10% from their turnover, right? So, of course, if you're a huge corporate, right, and your turnover is pretty big, then a big success might be just 1%, right, or even below that. Yeah. But on average, on let's say like the medium-sized, on a medium-sized partner, a 10% and more is like a signature that you're doing something, correct.
Okay, thank you. And what are the 2-3 maybe more common mistakes that the new sellers who are joining to Allegro are doing or make?
Sure. So that's actually a really great question, and I hope that by answering this, some of the local sellers might avoid exactly those mistakes of the newbies. So basically, what we're trying to say to our partners, especially at the start, is that there are a couple of frequent errors that are happening. One of them is the overall mindset of what I'm gonna list on Allegro. Okay. A lot of newbies think that I cannot list some, products, like a long tail product, right? Yeah. It's not selling at my own e-shop or selling poorly. Why would it, sell well on Allegro? I will just list my best sellers, so 10% of my whole portfolio, and that's how I'm gonna build the success. Okay. And that's exactly not the way how you should do it, right? Okay. I'm not saying that you shouldn't prioritize at the start with like the listing, especially if you have thousands and thousands of offers, you should. But at the end of the day, the mindset should be, if the margin is okay on all of the products, I should list everything. Because from the feedbacks that we're getting, the real feedback from the real partners is that they are surprised what are the best sellers on Allegro and compared to the e-shop. Okay. Yeah, that's in a lot of cases it's the other way around.
Yes. Okay.
So this is one, and then the second part is that I will even elaborate more on the expectations, like the 10% or growth or something like that. So set up correct expectations, right?
Okay.
Because of course you can fly high with Allegro, but if you want to fly high, you need to do something for it, right? It just won't happen like by itself. So you need to be active, you need to list as much as you can, you need to be part of smart program, you need to be active in marketing campaigns, and so on and so forth. It won't happen by itself.
Okay, thanks. It's really good points. And what is the very first thing that Hungarian sellers focus on? So localization, pricing, or what would be your advice?
Sure. So I would say that one of the biggest added values to Allegro overall is exporting abroad, right? We have this like motto in our company to list once, sell everywhere. So we have this really like a seamless, export processes that you create the account once, very likely for Hungarian sellers on Allegro HU. So you have this Allegro HU account, you do the whole onboarding process, you list the products, you set up delivery, prices, etc., and then you can literally just on a few clicks start, selling in other countries, right? So basically, I would advise, especially like new Hungarian merchants, to set up everything correctly in Hungary, right? Get used to the platform, and then immediately once everything is set up in Hungary, start exporting as much as you can to all countries.
Okay, thanks. And what factors that has the most influence on Allegro about to reach higher conversion? So delivery time, price, reviews, maybe.
Okay.
What?
So that's, maybe I would add this also to one of the common like mistakes or maybe like a myth about Allegro, that it's just about the price, and that's exactly not the way, right? I'm not saying that price isn't important. It is of course important. It's one of the like success pillars. But definitely it's not just about that. So for Allegro HU, for example, you're a local player, right? You should have the best delivery time. So focus on that, right? Even though some foreign merchants or partners could be selling with lower prices, you need to be faster, right? Than for selling abroad. Once again, you need to basically fight for the buy box as much as possible. So try to be different from the competitors, right? So you need to be definitely in smart. You need to be as much as visible. So try to maybe even invest in Allegro ads, so your offers are as visible as possible. Be in marketing campaigns, etc., etc. But it's not definitely only about price.
Okay, thanks. And what do you think, or what do you see that how will be the marketplace landscape looks like in the next 2 or 3 years from now?
So I think that even though some of us don't want to say it or hear it, rather, we're basically going into the like total e-commerce era, right? And what does that mean? Well, even though I, of course, fully support having your own e-shop, right, and getting some loyal customers buying on your e-shop, the customers will eventually, get used to buy on marketplaces, right? Where you can just find everything from A to Z. Because if there is one big advantage towards customers on marketplaces, it's the selection, right? I don't need to go to 3 different like e-shops and buy something there. I can buy all of it at one place with like one delivery in one infrastructure, right? And I think that customers found this way much more convenient, and they will find it more convenient even more and more in the future. So that's why my suggestions are the marketplaces, even though they are increasing rapidly, the increases won't stop. The marketplaces will play even bigger and bigger role in e-commerce, and they will have just bigger and bigger shares. And that's why, once again, as a local merchant, why wouldn't you be part of it?
Okay. And my last question is that if you had to give just one sentence, maybe two sentences of advice about the new ones on Allegro right now, what would it be?
It won't, I will just repeat myself, it won't come by itself. It's a difference between selling on Allegro, meaning being listed, and selling on Allegro, right? Being active and so forth.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you too.
Thanks.